that you want. We're going to trade back and forth. I'm going to do 3, you're going to do 3. Okay?
Okay.
Good. You're pretty good at that. So let's make it a little bit harder. Now we're going to make it a 5-note exercise. Now we're going to make it a little bit harder than that. We'll do 7 notes. Okay?
Okay.
Right, so at first it's easy exercise, right? Because, oh, I can play any note I want. That means any note I play is right, right?
Sure.
Yeah, but then as you increase the tempo, you realize that even though you're allowed to play any note you want, you sort of start hesitating.
And then stumbling along and you're like,
Yeah.
this is a little harder.
As soon as we say, now there's no rules, now you can play whatever you want.
That kind of breaks the way of whatever you're thinking.
So I like to use that as a way to practice improvisation. Because when we're improvising, especially in jazz, you know, we have a lot of rules that we're supposed to follow, and we're supposed to play this scale, and this scale goes with this chord, right? And we're afraid of playing, like, quote-unquote wrong notes, even though there's not really any wrong notes, but there's just notes that we maybe didn't intend to play. But those notes that we didn't intend to play can actually be our opportunity to play something that we've never played before. That's why I like improvisation, because when you play something that you didn't mean to play, or when someone else plays something unexpected that you play, the piano player or the bass player, the drummer, someone that you're playing with, then you have to respond to that and make something creative out of it. Believe it or not, Doug, after you play for a long time, a lot of years, and you realize, oh, gee, I play a lot of the same licks over and over again, and I'm kind of bored. You know, so we're always looking for ways to get out of that rut. When something happens in our life, as it always does, that changes our routine and it messes us up. Just as this exercise is exactly like that. It's like, now instead of playing a scale or something that you've been practicing, now you can play any note you want. Oh no, what do I do? Okay, when you lay for it, it means, it's just something jazz musicians say, it means there's something kind of tricky coming up. And so you have to prepare yourself mentally and physically for it. We have a little symbol that we use when we want to lay for something, and it looks like this. Can you tell what that is?
Eyeglasses.
That's right. Yeah, does Chris use that?
Well, our jazz band director guy does.
Okay, so that means watch out. A figure like this, what's implied is what we call ghost notes.
Oh, okay.
And ghost notes are notes that are implied but not actually played. What's the kind of, this figure is kind of implying some notes that are like, so it's kind of implying some eighth notes, but we don't play the eighth notes. We just want to suggest
the feel of the eighth
feel
notes.
of, exactly. Okay, so alright, play that. Make this a little bit smoother. Good. 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Okay, good. So your feel, I thought, was much more swinging there. Okay? So just be aware to lay for that. Do you ever do this? Work with a metronome on 2 and 4? You have a metronome?
An old one.
Jeff? Man needs a metronome. Do you listen to a lot of jazz records, or?
Only a little bit.
Yeah? You should listen. You should listen a lot, because then you're gonna pick up stuff. The way that we all learned was by totally copying exactly the solos that we liked on record. Learn the vocabulary. You learn the rhythmic feel. Okay, you learn what it's like to swing, what it's like to be in the groove. You learn intonation because you're matching your pitch with the person who's playing. You learn feeling even because you're trying to recreate the passion that you're hearing in the solo.
Yes.
You learn phrasing. You hear where that person breathed, that's where you breathe. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you learn from doing that. Okay, you have a little trouble with this lick. With this one. Let's see if I can help you out with this here. Play real slow. Slow. Now let's do it like this. Digga digga da, digga digga da, digga digga da. 2, 3, 4. Good. Now give me like a punchy accent on that first. Good. Good. Now we're going to speed up the tempo a little bit. So see, from here, that's pretty fast. Okay, so from here, it's just a matter of